Well, I wanted to go back and take a look at some of the top five events that we've had from this year. Top five events that we have seen here in 2025. And I want to take a look at those for the final few minutes that we have here together. Now, everybody always has, a different viewpoint and a different stance on where we stand with some of the top five events. And so these are for all of Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. It's by the actual multiple county event, not necessarily one particular event, although I will reference a couple of different things, but I think you'll find it interesting. Part of my research and analysis on this came with help through the National Weather Service website, and I'm going to make sure that I share this on our website, WKRN.com. That way you too can look back at what some of the significant weather events were this year. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. Here we go. Number five, the 2025 top five. Number five is going to go to the season that we're in right now, winter. Do you remember what happened in winter of 2025? We're talking about January. It was the snow. January 10th, 2025 snow that we had here in the Mid-State. Want to give you a look at the snow that we had in total. These are some of the snowfall totals that we had pick up. Nearly 6 inches back in Dixon, 4.5 here in Nashville, 3 inches in Murfreesboro. It was not as much down along 24. Columbia, 3.5. Monterey picked up about 4.5 inches. Down in Columbia, Pulaski at about 3.5 as well. But these were the highest snowfall totals that we had from January 10th, 2025. This was a Friday. This was a system that started very early Friday morning and lasted all day. And then we had the bitter cold into the weekend. But the main snow event was January 10th, 2025. I remember us seeing a lot of pictures. And that's one of the fun things about this type of event, that we get to see your pictures of the snow and what's happening in your neighborhood, plus snow measurements. So we're going to call on you again for 2026. I'm hoping we'll get some snow. But in 2026, we're going to need you to give us some of your snowfall measurements. And of course, as we get closer to those winter weather events, we'll give you some different ways and some tools that you can use to help measure snowfall. That way you're getting a more accurate count, and that information is certainly helpful to the National Weather Service office in Nashville. All right, number 4. Here we go. Whoop. Graphic did something. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's try that again. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Number 4. Are you ready? Number 4 goes to the tornadoes that happened in East Middle Tennessee on February 6th. We had 4 tornadoes hit in several counties. I remember doing a church visit to talk about weather up in Livingston. I believe that was in the spring. And we spent some time talking about these tornadoes. So these were in Jackson, Overton, Northern Putnam County, and also into Fentress County. The one that definitely stands out the most would be the one that came through the Rickman area. We had some video of that we shared with you. So 4 tornadoes confirmed there. That was from February 6th. And if I remember correctly, I think that was a Thursday night. The radar had a hard time seeing some of the circulations in that, and certainly when the tornado briefly touched down. But that was a couple of the interesting tornadoes, and 2 EF2s and 2 EF1s. All right, next up, we're going to number 3. Number 3 on the list is going to be the heat of 2025 this past summer. Man, it was very warm. I've got a couple of different graphics here for you to see. The hottest temperature we hit in Nashville was 101, but we had 6 days at 98 degrees. The summer ended with 2 degrees above average on temperatures, and we did not have a lot of rainfall, especially in the latter part of summer. Meteorological summer, by the way, is June, July, and August. So rainfall ended about 0.3 below average. Not only that, but we also had the 7th hottest summer on record. That 7th hottest summer on record, 81.2 degrees, and the average summer is about 78.8. Man, it was definitely warm. And also, we hit almost 80, 90-degree days. We did not break the record set back a few years ago in 2019, but we had 79, 90-degree plus days here in the mid-state. Man, it was very warm. All right, to number two. Number two, I'm sure there are some that you're probably thinking about. The May 20th, 2025 severe weather. That one was a very impactful one as we had several tornadoes. Montgomery County up into portions of southern Kentucky, Oak Grove, which is Christian County, had a couple of tornadoes. Southern counties, even though these were weak, tornadoes are tornadoes and they do cause damage. They change lives. And so we had that one, and that goes down number two there as well, even that EF1 that hit in Crossville. All right, so that makes the number one spot. And I'm sure you're thinking it has to be severe weather, and you're right. And we're going to put this for an entire week, March 30th to April 6th, severe weather over the mid-state. You all will remember Chief Meteorologist Danielle Breezy. She did a Sunday night, Monday morning, not just for that event, but also the Wednesday event. It was very, very wild. So March 30th and 31st, we had 6 tornadoes confirmed from that Sunday night into Monday morning. Very incredible, including that EF2 that hit in the Hampshire area. But then later in the week, we also had the tornadoes that hit on April 5th and 6th, including the EF1, which was on April 6th down in Franklin County. But notice these EF0 and EF1 tornadoes. That was significant. And I think the key takeaway here is the amount of warnings that were issued by the Weather Service in Nashville. 48 tornado warnings that week, 94 severe thunderstorm warnings, and 38 flash flood warnings.